question. So here you are given a solid cone is joined to a solid hemisphere. Why is it said solid? Means that it just to say that it is not hollow. Okay. And it's given that a hemisphere is joined with this. After that, it said that the diameter of the base of the cone is 7 centimeter. And also the diameter of the hemisphere is 7. Means that the cone is fully covered on this hemisphere. It is from that we can know that. So the diameter of the base of the cone, the diameter is given. It's not the radius. The diameter is given to be 7 centimeter. And for the hemisphere also, the diameter is given to be 7 centimeter. Okay. And now the total volume, and you're asked to find the total height. Okay. Total volume of this figure, this is called T, and the total volume of this is given as volume of T is given as 120 pi cm cubed. Since it's volume, it should be centimeter cubed or unit cubed. And the total height of this solid is given as y. And you are asked to find the value of y. You are just given the volume and the diameter, and you are asked to find the height y. How can I get the height y? If I can get the radius of this, that plus the height of the cone gives you the height of the total solid. Suppose I take the radius height of this as r, or the radius of this hemisphere as r, and height of the cone, let me take it as h. So y is equal to r plus h. Now what is given? You are given that the volume of the sphere, the equation to find the volume of the sphere. Volume of the sphere is equal to 4 over 3 pi r cube. And the volume of the cone is equal to 1 over 3 pi r square h. Here r is the radius, h is the height. And you are given the total volume. From this you can equate the volume of the sphere is equal to 4 over 3 pi r cube, and volume of the cone is 1 over 3 pi r square h is equal to the total volume of the solid. There is nothing else. So this I can equate. The volume of the cone and the volume of the hemisphere will be equal to the total volume. And total volume is given as 120 pi. See, here in this equation, I have r and h. There are two variables. So it is not possible to find a solution for two variables using one equation. So for that, what I can do is that I can write one in terms of the other. Means that I can write h is equal to y minus r. Okay, so I can write this as 4 over 3 pi. R value we know. 7, so half of 7, which is equal to 3.5 cube plus 1 over 3 pi 3.5 square h. Instead of h, I am writing it in terms of r. So this is equal to y minus r. Why I wrote this so is that by solving this, I can directly get the value for y. Here r is equal to 3.5 is equal to 120 pi. Okay, now I have to solve for this. The pi is common in every term, so I cancel out those pi's here, here, here. Okay, now what is 1 by 3? I'm writing it as 1 by 3 times 3.14 square is also common. So 3.5, not 14, 3.5 square I'm taking outside. What remains is 4 times 3.5. 1 over 3 I have taken out. 3.5 square, what remains is a 3.5 and a 4 from the first term, plus 1 over 3 I have taken outside. 3.5 square I have taken outside. What remains is y minus 3.5 is equal to 120. Okay, before that we are given the volume of the sphere. This is only hemisphere, so we have to take half of it. So there is a half over here. So half of this will be 2 times. So this is now 3.5 square over 3. We require only half hemisphere. This is the volume of the sphere. So I have to take half of it. So this is 2 times 3.5, which is equal to 7, plus y minus 3.5 is equal to 120. So this is equal to 3.5 the square over 3 times y plus 3.5. 7 minus 3.5 is equal to 120. This is equal to y plus 3.5 is equal to 120 times 3 over 3.5 the square. So here you will get this as 29.39. Therefore, from which y plus 3.5 is equal to 29.39. Therefore, y is equal to 29.39 minus 3.5, which is equal to 25.89. So here what we did is that we have equated, we are given the volume of sphere. So we have to take half the volume to get the volume of the hemisphere. We add those two and equated it into the with the total volume. And the main thing we have done is that we converted this h in terms of y and r, which we have to find. R is given and y is what we have to find. So we made h as y minus r. Either you can do it like this, or you can continue with h and you will get the value of h. Once you get the value of h, you add it with the radius to get the value of y. Okay, there are two ways. Either you continue with h itself and you will get the value for h, means the height of cone. And you add the radius of the hemisphere with that height, you will get the value of the total figure.